So my name is Peleg Samson. I'm the VP of Customer Success at Guidde. I've been managing customer-facing teams for the past 15 years. What we do at Guidde is enable basically both customer-facing team and internal teams to create very, very easily how-to documentation using AI and basically enabling content creation across the organization in a very, very easy, frictionless way. First one from the early days was about the customer fit and understanding who's our customer and who's the best customer, to really succeed on Guidde. So the first process, I think, which was an iterative process, was between us, customer success, and sales, learning, which customers really succeeded in retrospect using our platform and trying to understand what is our ideal customer and which customers have the most opportunity to succeed using Guidde. Another process, which I think was really, really important, is understanding when we get new customers into customer success, getting all of the information that is relevant for the account. You want to create a seamless experience for the customers. You don't want them to feel like they spoke to sales and now they're speaking to another team and now they need to go over everything again and share all of the information. And that's on one end, but also on the customer success end, we want to know what was their motivations to buy Guidde and get all of the information, regarding all of the different stakeholders. And that's an area where we felt there was a lot of gaps at the beginning, both in terms of like documentation, but also in terms of getting the entire picture. We employed the system across both teams that basically takes the meeting notes using AI, captures all of the relevant information automatically, like the tech stack that they're using, like the motivation, everything from all of the calls, and syncs them to HubSpot, our CRM system, and makes them available for the entire team. So let's say a customer success manager wants to prepare for a kickoff meeting with the customers. They can go, they can see all of this, the post conversations with sales. They don't need to watch it all. They can get the summary and get all of the bullet points that they need. And it doesn't add any effort both on the sales side and the success side, and it creates much better handovers to customer success than we had before. And it also means that any question that we get, let's say a customer success manager goes on a meeting with the customer, and now he has all of the information that he needs. The people that we speak to in the kickoff are in some cases are not the buyer, and the buyer is a different person inside the organization, and knowing the buyer is really important because it could be a manager, it could be an executive that has purchased Guidde for his employees, and knowing the motivation of the buyer is really, really important, and understanding the motivation, but also it's really, really important understanding the motivations of the users. Because that piece of information, if we don't get it, we might go and just talk through to the users, but without understanding like the expectations from the executive team. We look at all of those information, and what we try to do is we try to reverse engineer it. We try to find out exactly what makes those customers that are using the product more, that are engaging with us more, an important thing as well, and to really be successful with the product. And then we try to basically translate it into things that our marketing and sales team can actually use to go and find similar customers. Where I'm looking at retention, and I'm looking at expansion, I'm looking at success criteria that are further down the road. And I think going back, once we have that information and understanding, how we got there, with those accounts is really, really critical, both for our sales strategy, both for marketing sales strategy, and also for customer success strategy. The other thing I think is try to collect from the get-go, try to collect and establish as much data as you can about the customers, especially when you start, you still don't know like the usage patterns of customers in your product. You think you know, you don't know, and you know, measuring it and understanding it from the get-go, which is something most company doesn't invest in the early stage, super critical, because it really helps you later on, once you grow and scale and get volumes of customers, to be able to analyze it at scale and come to conclusions much more easily. But start early, even if you don't have a lot of customers, even if you don't have a lot of users, it really helps you narrow it down and understanding what works and what doesn't.